What the fuck is going on today?
Are we recording?
Yeah. Wait, is it? It's not going. Oh,
We should talk about Warzone. Wait, none of you fucking play the game. It sucks.
Is it recording? We can talk about it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording, so you can
Okay,
go ahead. And
wait. Am I the host?
Yeah, you're the host.
Welcome to Offline TV Podcast Episode 13. Today, Toast is not here because we are being quarantined and he's not allowed inside our house. Mm-hmm. So for the host for every future podcast will not be Toast until this quarantine is over. I don't know how to be a host. I've been hosting like 13 episodes. What does Toast usually do?
Let's start off with relevant topics.
Let's start off with relevant topics. Today's topic is about Lily Pichu. Lily, take it away.
So what have you been up to, Lily? What's been
I'm making lo-fi songs.
Oh, that's really cool.
I'm really excited.
I've also been getting into music, so we should collab.
I'm totally down to collab.
Yeah.
You got some sick beats.
Yeah, I got some sick beats, some electronic stuff. What about you, Michael? What have you been up to?
I just been working on my video like 12 hours a day.
Wow,
Yeah, it's very, very painful.
What about you, Scar?
Nothing in my life has changed in the last 6 months.
Okay, cool. All right, good to know.
Sometimes stability is like good.
It's
though.
good. It's solid. Yeah.
There's some days I wish everything was the same and good. Like stable.
I don't think you would last a day.
Yeah, I don't think you
It's
would.
because Fed is a type 7 in the Enneagram personality.
Oh
test.
my
And type
fucking
7s
God.
tend to go for very spontaneity and impulsiveness is like a hallmark traits of a type 7 as well. They do have problems with commitment and sticking to one thing though.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
How much you pay for that psychology degree?
I'm gonna say this right now. Enneagrams are a scam.
They're not a scam.
And
You don't pay for it.
I'm here to let the world
You
know.
don't. How is it a scam?
It's a scam
if you don't pay for it.
You're being paid. You're paying in your belief. Okay, it's like faith. I'm
It's
telling
like
you,
religion.
You're religious. It's all a scam.
It's not a scam.
Yeah, as a friend, I'm here to. This is an intervention.
It's
okay?
not a scam.
It's an intervention. As a
I mean-
type
Okay,
3.
Oh God, do we have a
Okay,
topic for the
no.
podcast? Holy shit.
Personality tests aren't something that you fucking live by. It's just a gateway to talk about yourself, and
You're
it
saying
opens up
so
introspection.
you're saying it's a gateway drug to
I
introspection.
hate Scar.
The podcast topic.
Hey, Avon, what are the podcast topics? What are we supposed to be
Scar
talking
is a
about?
type 6, so he does value stability
I'm
a
on
lot.
podcast topics.
Avon.
Discovering your passion for jobs.
My passion is personality. Michael is a type 5.
Jobs before streaming and how you basically discovered your passion or career.
Well, I like talking
Yeah.
about personalities, and streaming lets me broadcast that to thousands of people.
Fed, we're fine. Get the fuck out.
I'm sorry.
Did you guys have any jobs before you were streamers?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I had some hilarious ones.
Yeah. What was
Okay. So my first ever job was a Kumon instructor. So I don't know if you know what Kumon is.
Oh,
I-
yeah. That's
I-
what
It's
the
a
Asian
sword
kids
thing.
would go to.
No, what the fuck? It's
I had to do
It's a
Kuma.
bow thing.
Really?
no, it's an Asian teaching. Like it's a
Supplements
supplement
Yeah.
classes. for,
that
like,
every Asian
math.
kid goes to.
So I would be like the supplement teacher, and I would like grade people's Kumon like math homework. And then no, you know what that job actually taught me? It taught me that there's people who are way smarter than me that are way younger than me.
Oh, yeah.
It was like I think I was like 16 or something, and I was grading it, and then what ended up happening was like there were these people who were 13 and they'd be finishing calculus, and then I'd be like I was grading. I was like, I don't know how to do these. and the person covering, like the supervisor had to come over and be like, I got this. Don't worry. I'd be like, how the fuck does
I
he
think
know
it's like
calculus?
a sobering thought in general that no matter what you're good at, there's someone always who's going to be better than you.
Yeah.
It's like just a fact of life.
Yeah, it's that.
Anyway, so
sublime.
Kumon, I have a relevant
And
story.
then okay,
Hold on,
keep
hold
going.
on,
No,
sorry.
keep going. What's your relevant story?
So I had to do Kumon, right? My mom would like.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
you
would-
also did Kumon?
If you're Asian, you went to Kumon at some
Did
point.
you do
love
Kumon?
I watched kids do Kumon.
Oh yeah, so
okay.
he knows about it.
Yeah, I know about it. Yeah.
My mom was too lazy to check every answer, right? So she would check the first page and the last page. So I would make sure to do the first and last page, right? But in the middle, I fucking bullshitted. Like 325 times 560. Oh, that sounds like a 6,000.
Oh my god.
All the pages in the middle were fucking like nothing. I did that for so many years. Maybe that's why I'm so bad at math. That's my Kumon story.
Honestly, I'd probably do the same.
Yeah, I mean, she only checks the first and last
Yeah.
page.
Wait. So you never went to like Sunday school? Like not like Sunday school as like
Dude,
religious,
school
but, like,
on Sunday?
No,
What
like
the
actually
fuck?
like.
I went to Sunday. I went to
Saturday school
church
and
school
Sunday
for like
school.
3 years.
Are you guys okay?
No! Look at us!
Wait. So did you have like classes on the weekends?
No, I had religious classes
Oh,
on the
Dude,
weekends.
I had that too. My church offered
Yeah.
like Saturday schools and stuff, and I had to go. And the worst part is like you'd have to pray before the school actually started. It was every Saturday morning.
Holy shit!
And then that's different from Sunday school. This is Saturday school.
What?
I had Saturday Korean school in the morning, and then Sunday I had Bible lessons, and then Monday through Friday was Friday.
Oh, that sounds
and
like
sometimes
dog
after
shit.
school I had like after school programs too. My mom was so convinced I was going to get into like a really good college.
Oh, that's
Dude, my
how wrong
my parents
she was.
too. Wait, no, my parents are exactly the same. Like I took Sunday and Saturday classes. So
Fuck.
there's a place called the CCC in Houston. It's called the Chinese Community Center.
Oh,
so
wait. I watched an episode of Fresh Off the Boat, and they talked about the CCC and
Oh,
how,
did
how
they?
important it is with Asian culture.
yes. So like we go,
I like that tie-in, Fed.
we go in there
Very
and
nice.
like I would learn how to draw and I would learn how to fucking like I have my Chinese classes there and I'd like study random shit. Like it was like stupid actually. I'd go every week and eventually I got so sick of it. I was like I can't go anymore. I'm
Yeah,
so-
yeah. It's like an area where you just like sit and just do
So
your work,
you
right?
tutored in Kumon? Or-
yeah. Oh, like it was like a
That's cool. I tutored. You tutored.
I had summer school.
Okay, so you were the tutored.
same thing.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
it's
in
the
like
same
that was in
shit.
like elementary school when I was in India.
Yeah, same shit.
Okay, I went from that into going. I worked at a Chinese company that was famous for not famous. They were like known for bringing like Western companies into the Eastern market. So they would like help them like merge into the culture. And I did like
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't do anything good. I was like an intern who did like bullshit,
Okay,
like
that's
random
less-
shit.
less
Like
cool.
I was like, they're the person who's like, okay, just like do all the English and make sure all the spell checking is good on our English website. And I'm like,
That's
after
the
like
easiest
half a
job
week,
ever.
I finished and they never used my thing. So I
Oh,
was just
nice.
like, all right, whatever.
that's
But
cool.
and then like my last job, the job I almost got was my mom wanted me to have hands-on experience. So we went around to turn that
Please
shit
turn
off.
your phone off during the
this-
podcast.
During the movie, please turn off all cellular
Please
devices.
silence your phone. Thank you.
My bad.
Okay, so my mom wanted me to get hands-on experience for a job. So we would go around these places, these warehouses, and look for jobs. Me, my relative, and so the one place I went to, I always remember this. It was a sweatshop, but they didn't say it was a sweatshop. But it was a fucking sweatshop. You go in there, and there's people who are obviously underage. And look, I get it. Like an Asian girl can be like 14 or 48, but obviously she was like borderline, very close to like underage, fucking moving a vat in circles.
Wait, that's so sad.
And like they'd be like all like there'd be rooms where people would sit down and like stitch and
Wait,
shit.
that's
And
fucked
they're-
up.
That's like when you look up sweatshop. That's like the stock image. It's like a girl turning a vat.
And then so like I'm like in there and I'm just like looking around. And I think my mom was with me as well as the relative she wanted me to work with. And my mom was like, "Yeah, this looks like a good place." And the place was selling fucking. I remember this. They were selling Calvin Klein cashmere sweaters, and
I
my mom's
remember.
like, "Oh, it's legit. They're selling Calvin Klein." And I'm just like, "This is what it takes. What the fuck? Get me the fuck out."
Then he never bought Calvin Klein's things.
True. And also I never went back because my mom's reasoning for not signing me up wasn't that it was like unhealthy,
Unsafe.
like unsafe, unethical. It was that it was too far away from where we live. So she was worried about the distance.
Wow.
And I was like, holy fuck.
That's a fucking.
I could have been in a sweatshop, dude.
That's sick. That's fucking.
Would have been a good
awesome.
story, honestly.
Yeah, would have been.
I remember
nice.
you telling me this story, and for some reason, the way I remembered it is that you worked in that sweatshop.
No,
for,
no,
like,
no, I never did. Oh, shit. That'd be
So
like.
you- did you do Kumon or did you just teach Kumon?
I did Kumon for a little bit, and then I taught Kumon.
That's interesting. I like so many Asian kids at my school just fucking did it. I watched like by the sidelines.
Like no, it's because every Asian parent wants their child to be the
Yeah,
best.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they see all the other Asian parents. It's because
like
okay,
a rat
all
race.
the Asian parents talk. My mom talked to every mom on the Asian block that was Chinese,
They always like compare.
and they were just like,
yeah.
so like yeah, my son got 100 on the last math
Yeah, well,
test.
my
What
son-
did
Confident.
exactly?
Or sometimes they belittle you. Oh, my son only got a 98. I keep telling him to do like study more.
Yeah.
It's because he watches too much TV. Like they do this shit.
And then my mom would hear that and be like, you're right. And then send me to fucking like get like math lessons.
You're like Pokemon.
Yeah, no, legit. And like that's how it worked. No joke for everyone. So everyone I knew to, like volunteered a shitload of hours. My mom quarantined me. This is a good topic. My mom quarantined me in the library for like a year and a half straight. Because she wanted me to get volunteer hours to look good like for college entrance, but she didn't know how else to do it. So what she would do is she would leave me, my school would end. She'd leave me at the library until all my homework was done and all my volunteering hours were done. I was like forced to volunteer like an hour or two a day.
At the library?
And I would not be allowed to leave until I finished my homework and my volunteering hours. And but get this. Eventually, I was just like, okay, fuck this. So I just started reading, like to elongate my time, and it ended up just being I went to the library to do volunteering, homework, and I read. And I would spend like 5 to 6 days in the library, or 5 to 6 hours.
Oh, that's why you read so much.
Yeah,
that's why my parents had a similar thing where they tried to find me like tutors. But like I would always just like figure out how to not get tutored by them. Like I'd always just like ask them about their lives, and I'd be like get into conversations with them.
Me too.
They found me one really good guy on like the island of Maui, just like randomly out of the blue. He turned out to be a nuclear physicist who worked like on Bikini Atoll. Like he was at the nuclear test sites at the places where you like have to wear sandals because if you cut yourself on a chunk of irradiated aluminum, you just die. He swam in the water in some of those places. It's like, he's fucking crazy. He has like a shed full of chemicals and I was just like there tutoring. And he's like trying to teach me about shit. But like, I just want to fucking know about this guy's life because he's insane.
Probably has
like,
a lot to say.
Oh yeah, he's a genius. He's like a super fucking smart guy.
So you're telling me this guy worked on nuclear shit and it ended up being your tutor?
Yeah. He's just chilling on Maui. He's just chilling because he's like done with all that. He's on vacation.
I probably
now.
thought you were such a cute, precocious kid.
I was like, yeah, I want to talk about computers and shit. Like, and we never did any work. We just taught. We ended up being like kind of friends. It was nice. We would just go and shoot the shit for an hour and a half.
Oh, sorry, I talked a lot about my life. What about your life?
Yeah, what about your life?
What's the topic again?
Past jobs and stuff.
Oh, right.
You edit it before offline.
But I mean, there's stuff before that.
Okay.
Dude, I used to work like retail.
Really?
Like Target, Walmart? What's
Close. Office Depot.
Okay.
Yeah. And dude, what I did is I sold computers and laptops. So I'd be the guy people would come up to, I really need a good computer. And like I was like pretty, I'd say novice, like the terminology and like everything. And I'd be like, dude, this has 8 gigs of RAM. This is enough you need. It has a i7 best processor like ever, i5 just as good. I
fucking know the guy you're talking. When I was a kid, I was like, that guy knows everything. And now I'm like, oh my God, they employ people who don't know anything about computers.
Yeah. 32 gigs memory, very good. You can a lot of storage, but it wasn't storage. It was the fucking memory. Yeah.
But you got sales. You did sales.
I was actually ranked 2 in my county.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then I had to go to college. So I worked at the Office Depot there. They didn't let me sell anything. I was just a cashier. So their loss.
Okay.
But yeah, it kind of sucked. Working 8 hours, 12 hours a day sometimes. Being a cashier is kind of miserable.
That's so sucking.
ass.
But I think everyone should go through it just to like know what it's like.
Yeah.
He's already been through it. Do you want to go through it again?
No. One day I just quit. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I
I
can't.
feel like once you go through it, you empathize more,
respect,
right?
yeah.
Like, you have respect for people.
Yeah.
I already have respect.
I had respect after I was a waitress. That was like the job that like.
That sounds painful.
Wait, you were a waitress?
Yeah, my parents' restaurant for like a while. I was 17 when our restaurant opened up, right? And my parents were like, oh, family business. We'll have my brother helping out. We'll have the daughter being a waitress. It's going to be so fun. I'm like, yeah, how hard can it be? And back then I was very self-conscious talking to people and coupled with like fucking my clumsy fucking hands.
Yeah.
I dropped so many things.
Oh, really? I can imagine that.
Okay. Did you know when you have a tray of food, right? You have to be careful of the weight balance, right? Because if you put like a heavy cup of water off, it'll tip the scale or whatever, right? Yeah. So I didn't know that, right? There was hot miso soup and like a full cup of water. I put the water down, it tips it, and then it spills the miso soup on the poor lady, right?
Oh my!
But I was okay because they were having a lunch after church, and they were a very nice church.
Ah,
so she's like,
good.
"Oh, don't worry, sweetie, don't worry, we got this," and the handkerchief and everything. So it was really nice. It was oh, and there were a lot of entitled. I don't want to
Say it. Say their race.
Karens.
Karens?
Karens.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Karen.
Yeah,
You
like
know
mom,
Karen.
like
Can I
moms.
see your manager?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that?
Oh, she got the highlights.
Dude,
You know,
okay, let me tell you
Karen's.
this one story. So, I did the takeout orders, and I think a Karen called, and they're like, "Oh, can I have a spider roll, right? Or a spicy tuna, whatever the fuck, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, spicy tuna roll." I repeat it back to her. She's like, "Yes, that." I'm like, "Okay." I write it down. I give it to them. They make it. She picks up the food. She leaves. She comes back half eaten. "I didn't order this. I ordered a spider roll. Maybe you misheard me on the phone." And she thought like I didn't speak English well because of my parents. I think she was trying to take advantage. So I'm like, "I was on the phone and I heard you. You said this." And she's like, "Well, I want my money back."
Oh my god.
I was
hate
so
those
pissed.
people.
I'm like, I was about to yell at her, but my mom's like, Lily, it's okay. Yes, would you like your money back? We can pack it for you." I'm like,
Yeah, sometimes the
there's
best way
so
to deal with
many
customers
stories
is
like
just
that
like,
though. Like
service industry
so many
sucks.
entitled people. Like it was mind-boggling. Like, it made me so angry. One day I'll make a video about it.
hey, is your like mom's restaurant or parents' restaurant like public?
No.
Oh, okay.
I intentionally didn't like advertise it because I didn't want years ago I used to have more like creepy people, I guess, who would
Years
kind of
ago.
stalk me, kind of weird.
Do you still think you do?
I don't think so. I think most of them have
Maybe they're just better at it.
like
I think they've
metaphorically died off.
They
not,
probably
like,
they probably
actually
moved
died.
on to someone
Physically
else.
died off.
Honestly,
No,
yes.
no, no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I think your stalkers went to Pokey. Some of them.
I think they went somewhere else.
Oh, also some of our associate friends went crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Ah,
Have you ever talked to a stalker?
no.
Oh my.
I did. I don't know. There's one person, but like I told them to fuck off and blocked them like years ago.
Have you ever talked to a stalker, Fed?
Once or twice, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
interesting because you look on.
No, I'm more curious to see like how fucking beta they are. You know, if I can like to see how their brain works. So some
yeah.
of them are super beta. I'll be like, dude, this doesn't make any sense. Like, listen to yourself. And they're like, huh, okay, you're right. Others are just like seriously brain damaged, and like whatever you say, they say something and they have a blushy emoji after what they say, and like it's like the most.
Oh, so suspiciously specific.
Yeah,
Very
very
specific.
specifically. Fed.
It's interesting. I think like they're all people too, right? They have their own motivations, and why do they do these things? Like they have their own reasons. It's just interesting to think about. In their minds, they're always right, no matter what
Yeah,
they say.
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's frustrating because even if they're wrong, you can't really convince them otherwise.
Yeah, they see like two things like super far apart, and they're like,
They match
I
together.
see the line, but that's
I think
like,
it's like confirmation bias too. Like if you want to believe something,
Yeah.
if you see anything, it'll just confirm your own belief.
yeah.
That goes for haters and fans, I think.
yeah.
What the fuck? You just took a screenshot.
Let's
on
try
my
to turn it
iPad.
off, buddy.
So we went through jobs. Anything else interesting, Lily?
I have one more story. Can I tell one more story?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was
Please.
a tutor. Okay, I was like 19, 20. I'm in college. I got good grades, so they let me be a tutor, right? And this like much older guy comes, a Korean guy, and he wanted me specifically because I was Korean. He's like, "Could you help me write my essay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm helping you, right?" He's like, "Yeah, you're helping me." I ended up writing the entire thing, and I'm like, "Okay, I can't do this again, okay?" He's like, "Okay, no problem. Next week, I have 2 more essays, but here's a venti matcha."
That's all it
Venti
takes.
matcha frappuccino. Do you want anything else from Starbucks? Next time I'll get it for you.
Oh,
What do you want?
He was
I'm
playing
like,
so well.
a mocha frappuccino? He's like, yeah, I'll get that for you next time. He got me like 3 different kinds of like Starbucks drinks and everything. And I'm like, okay. All right. He's like, I'm going to keep requesting you so you get the money too.
Oh, that's fucking
I
big.
did that the entire thing until he passed English.
I had a similar situation.
I was too beta to say no.
I would do I would do a lot of the rich kids on Oahu's programming homework for them because like in their high schools and like even some in their college, like because I had like a programming business or a tutoring business. So they come to me and they'd be like, "I don't know how to fucking do this." And like if they haven't learned up to a certain point, like I'm not gonna be able to reteach you all of that shit like up until now. Like you haven't been paying attention for like 6 fucking
They
months.
just want to pay you off pretty
Like
much.
they just want to pay me up, and I like charged a shit ton, so I felt bad like
Don't
not
feel bad.
doing it. So
supply.
Yeah, I
You're just-
gave
yeah.
I gave him like as much as I could.
How much is a shit ton?
I don't know, for some of the people it was like I think at some point it was like 100, 150 an hour.
That's
Wow!
Dude, my tutor was 75 an hour.
You're making a fucking killing over
That was
there.
so much, dude.
that's a lot of money.
I know, it was a very rich area. So it was all the, you know where Obama graduated from? Punahou? That school was right down the block from me. So I'd be like, come to UH, right? UH is the college. I'd be like, yes. And so they'd think I'm a UH student. No, I'm just a goblin who lives near there. I'd be like, come to the UH library. I'm not even enrolled in UH. I just walk into the library like I'm a student there with a backpack on. And I sit down and I'm like, yes, come over to my table. Yes. Come over to my table. One of the parents, who's actually super fucking nice, he like would take me, like I was teaching his daughter, and the whole family was like really nice, but he owns like a large company on the island, and like he would take us like to get ice cream after, and like he took me in his Tesla. That was the first time I was ever in a Tesla. He took me in
That's
his
when you decided
Model
you wanted a
S.
Tesla?
He took me in his fucking Model S, like with ludicrous mode. He was like zoom. It was very
shit.
cool.
What the fuck?
There was one time when, like, we were on a break, but his daughter had programming work to do over that break, and it was like due. But I was on a different island. So he was like, hey, I was like, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. Do you want a video call? And he's like, could I just fly you over? I was like, huh? Yes, you can. He fucking like flies me from an island to an island for one day. And like just for the whole day, we're just like running to electronic shops, getting stuff. I'm putting together this fucking like our rat shit Arduino project. It ended up being like a theremin. You know what a theremin is?
Not at all.
No.
No, it's like a music thing.
Okay.
It just makes sounds depending on how
Lily,
close
you
your
should know
hands
this.
get.
It's a music thing.
Okay.
It's a music
Alright,
thing.
okay.
So yeah, it's a music thing. Anyway, like we built it. It was a really fun time. And then he took me to like a really nice steakhouse afterwards. He got really nice steak. He paid me like $500, $600 and just like shipped me back to the other island. I was
Damn, that guy.
He wined and
thanks for
dined
the
you, dude.
Yeah, he
Like,
whined and dined you, flew you in for one day.
at this point, just fuck my
for
brains out.
one project.
Might as well, dude.
It was like he was so nice. That family was great.
That's really nice of him.
Yeah, I
though.
still
That's
talk
very
to
nice
him.
of him. Really?
Like he asked me, he said his youngest daughter was trying to get into streaming, and I recommended her a gaming PC. That was very,
I
very
wonder
cute.
how she's doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's very cute.
Turns out that girl grew up and is now Leslie. I was just kidding.
I know the meme you were going for.
Yeah.
I know this is Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
It's a
Appreciate
funny
that.
meme. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All right. What's next?
You
Any
guys
other
don't have
job
any other
stories?
jobs?
Yeah.
I have way more.
No more jobs?
You want to talk a little bit about Dom?
Oh, I mean, I did used to work for I Will Dominate.
Let me preface this. So before I asked Fed to be a part of Offline, he was editing for Dom. And at the time, I remember being like, I don't think I can get Fed because he's making so much money with Dom as a highlighter. He wouldn't move for like a lot less money because we had like no income at the time. We didn't make money in Offline for like fucking 2 years, 3 years. Okay?
Yeah.
So I was like, Fed wouldn't move for like no money. And he did because he was really bored.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool. Like, I guess that proves the point we were talking about earlier. I was doing the same thing every single fucking day. Wake up at 4 a.m., edit till 12, 1 or 2, and then post a video. Wake up every day.
It's rough.
And then, then one day, Chris messaged me and he's like, "Hey, looking for a new editor." And I was like, "What the fuck? Why?" And then I didn't even know you were living with Pokey. Yeah. I think I did, but
It wasn't because of me.
He didn't even know I lived there.
well, because I didn't even know she was like part of Offline
He
TV.
didn't even. I was like just
He didn't
there in the
even know.
basement.
Yeah.
He just saw me walk in and out every day. Hey, does she?
Little Harry Potter.
And then I moved in. But talk about. I guess I can talk about Dom. What do we do?
All I know about when you editing for Dom is you'd always be like, dude, I had sick edits for Dom. Scar, look at this video. Look at this edit. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
the only thing I know about your edits for Dom.
Yeah, I'm pretty prideful about my edits. Dom's a funny guy, and I just helped like amplify it even more. But dude, yeah, it's a grind. at the time, like the three biggest YouTubers it was Dyrus, PewDiePie, and then it was, well, we weren't big yet, but I wanted to be just as big as like Cutie's channel. Like that was my goal. And so I would literally this is what I'd practice doing. I'd practice taking a very shitty fucking game he had and just trying to make it really
The best you could?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think
That's good practice.
Editing is just directing, like comedic timing and all that shit.
Yeah. At
very cool.
one point he got mad at me. He was like, dude, this is a shitty fucking game. I don't want you to edit this. And
But look how sick it is when you die the 14th time.
I think that's funny though.
Yeah, he had a very bad Sejuani game, and he's like, I don't want you to make a video of this. It was like first time he ever raised his voice, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's weird to contrast because for a while Lily had only losses on her YouTube. Like,
Okay, but they're the funniest.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about wins or losses.
it was like a meme on her YouTube to only have losses. Like, she
I know,
never
I
would
know.
win on her YouTube
Because
video.
when we win, it was so boring.
That's
but when
funny.
we lose, everyone's yelling, everyone's having fun, and I want to capture that. I don't really care about the loss. But then after a while, people are like, "Oh, do you want to upload losses?" I'm like, "Fine, I'll show you wins." I want Twitch rivals. Sorry, go on. Sorry.
Wow,
Must
the
be
whole
nice.
story just to
Yeah.
set up that
Yeah,
last
wow.
slide.
She's
Yeah.
been waiting
She
the
started all the
entire
way
week
back.
for this.
Listen, I work really hard. Okay.
Yo, wait. Did you guys know? Sorry, complete tangent.
No.
They buffed Teemo Jungle on this patch. Shit.
They
Why
were
couldn't
watching.
do this?
They were watching.
The patch after Twitch Rivals, they buffed Garen. And then this patch, they buffed Teemo Jungle.
Didn't
He
they
does
also- okay.
like twice as much damage to jungle camps now.
That's
No
actually-
fucking joke.
Guys, actually, like,
I don't think that's gonna improve. That's gonna
No,
change
I'm
anything.
telling you, we could have won Twitch Rivals on this patch, 100%. Okay, sorry, keep going. Sorry.
You think so?
No, hell no.
Okay. Oh, you're just saying that. And yeah, dude. Honestly, there's not much to say other than like we killed the game. I don't know.
I just got too repetitive.
Yeah, no, dude. It's just like I come from like a film and digital media background. I've always wanted to like work in like the film industry, and like what I don't know if you guys seen TSM Legends.
Yeah.
Like, have you guys seen TSM's old like game cribs?
Yeah.
So like I wanted to do that, and so I actually applied to do that for TSM, and Lena told me like 2 months ago, like, yeah, I saw your application like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Holy shit.
And like you just didn't have enough experience, man. And it was just like, yeah, okay, well. And so I actually did that for my internship at I interned at Team Liquid, and I actually did that for their team, and it was so fucking boring. I mean, I love the guys there, but I wanted to blow my brains out. So yeah, this is like perfect because
Now look at the talent you surround yourself with. You got
Yeah, we can move on.
yeah.
It's fine.
And yeah, so like this is obviously much more creatively fulfilling, especially I think
I
for all of
agree.
us, you know.
I agree.
Yeah. So
Nice. Yeah, I did landscaping. Like, I think in lieu of kind of my service industry time, instead of that, I did like landscaping in high school. What? It was awful. It was for one like really rich guy on the island of Maui.
yo, me too.
I feel like there's so many rich
Yeah,
guys.
there's just rich guys. Like, I think when you like
Think
are
about-
old and successful, you just like move to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And end up being like some rando who's a genius.
I'm gonna move to Maui just so my kid can like work.
Oh, they're with the rich people.
Yeah, he was wild. He was like 7 years old, but he was like like a massive guy. He was like in the military and he was like crazy strong.
Oh, I heard that 7 years old. Okay, sorry.
70. It was huge. And like he was old, but he would like work with the like landscapers every single weekend. Like he'd still work on his property. That he built his whole house and like landscaped his whole property.
Yeah, I know someone.
It's
like
like it's like guys who just like never stop working, you know,
Yeah.
until like they fucking die.
they
Or
always
can't
want to like
physically.
improve something or like
Yeah, I respect that.
Is
yeah.
that gonna be you?
Amazing house. Oh no, I'm gonna lay down and die at like 45.
45 is being optimistic. Okay,
Yeah, true.
My
Like,
life
every
is-
time I go into the garage, someone comes in the garage, I could just be lying on the ground dead, electrocuted.
Especially with the amount of aspartame we drink like on a daily basis.
True. That's not Coca-Cola.
So this is day 5 of quarantine.
Let's talk about being quarantined. Okay. Does anyone remember where you guys on the podcast where I was like, I thought coronavirus is kind of a joke. It's like a little bit.
I was
think-
not on that one.
I don't think you were alone in that. Like, I think a lot of people didn't take it seriously early
I
on.
was-
I think that's the only reason it spread. Like, is because people didn't take it seriously. Like, that's the only way.
I was
it
just
can.
like, it's a little bit of a joke. Like I wouldn't have done anything different. Like I can't protect myself more than I already do because I protect myself very well.
Yeah.
I'm very good at social distancing. That's the word, right?
Yeah.
But I literally went on that podcast like 2 podcasts ago. I was like, coronavirus is a joke, you know?
Yeah.
Mortality rate for people under 30 is like 0%.
But apparently,
You know, for people like above 70, it's like 100%. But, you know, I don't interact with any of those people. And it's, even if I'm a carrier, it's okay. So, like, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. And it turns out fucking the mayor of Los Angeles shut down everything. You know,
Yes.
all the bars, all the
Kinda
nightclubs I go to,
crazy.
you know, restaurants can only do delivery. Why are you looking at me like that, Fed?
It's just funny because we don't go to any of those.
I don't know what you're talking about. And now it's like a big fucking deal. Like the world's shutting down, actually.
Yeah. It's pretty
And I'm
crazy.
it remind. Oh, wait, maybe I shouldn't bring this. Never mind.
Yeah, it's actually pretty scary because like the U.S. hasn't had like correct testing methods, so we don't actually know what the fuck is going
The
on
wildest
here.
thing is that you can have it. Like most people who have it don't show symptoms. Like
but they're
you-
still a carrier.
Yeah, you're just like a fucking
putting
aircraft carrier
other
for
people at
for
risk.
coronavirus.
Yeah, it's been 5 days since I've interacted with anyone. I think all of us. It's been 5 days, right?
I didn't even interact with anyone yesterday.
Oh no, you went to the Misfits podcast.
Oh,
So
Other than that,
how many days has it been?
It's been 5 days.
I feel like it's been 5.
Yeah.
Like that was a while ago.
it's been like 5 years.
He's been on his quarantine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think we're good. Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Because
sure
the incubation
we're
period is
fine.
5 days, I think.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 2
I
weeks.
thought it was 2 weeks.
Oh shit, I must be off.
I miss
Sorry. don't know.
Temmie. I lent Temmie to Jummy, and then we started the quarantine thing.
Jemmy predicted
Just
this.
fucking leave her at the door.
Yeah.
Steph.
Yeah. Don't-
I want to do that. Leave Temmie. I close the gate. Drive. Keep driving.
But yeah.
How's it going? Do you guys feel like you want to go outside?
No, actually, no.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, have you guys seen those like the people who are like being like, I don't know what to do now that we're being quarantined. I have to stay at home all day. Like I don't know. Like I'm running
Dude,
up
I
the
feel
wall. And
right
I'm
at
just
home.
like,
Yeah.
hell
I'm
yeah,
good.
dude. I'm feeling so good. I wake
haven't
up in the morning.
noticed
I'm like, yeah.
Like nothing really changed for me.
Not for us, because we just stay inside all day.
At the very least, like
Yeah,
I feel
sorry,
like
Fed.
what
You can't go out. You know.
I mean.
You're raging parties. I'm sorry, dude.
I mean, yeah, I was actually really bummed. We were actually throwing a party at the end of March, and then we
But
were like,
that's a bad idea.
No, Fed told us about this like right when coronavirus like just started getting announced. Fed was like, "We're throwing a party in the March," and I was like,
Well, but I don't
"Cool."
think, like, yeah. We didn't know it was like.
we didn't know it was
And
bad,
it's
but-
like 2 weeks later, we're like, "So about that party?"
Yeah.
Fed's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
no,
I don't
no
think we're
party, no
doing
party.
it."
It's crazy how fast it escalated almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like a few weeks ago, we were like making jokes, like, oh, it'll blow over, it'll be fine, right? No, stay inside, wash your hands, don't interact,
Yeah,
etc.
and I remember them being like, "Yeah, just you should practice good safety etiquette, hygiene stuff. Like, don't touch your face." And ever since they started saying that, I realized how much I touch my face, and I'm like, if I ever get anything deadly, I'm just gonna kill myself, just like this.
yeah, I touched my face a lot. Like, it's actually a problem.
I don't think I do. Right, fuck you. I kind of want, like, I miss, going outside, but I just like leave the garage door open. Like when I work in the garage, that's like enough of the outside for
You're like
me.
that cat that looks outside.
Yeah,
like,
I was
wow.
thinking
Virus
about
can
like,
survive airborne for 3 hours.
but no one's like coughing in my garage unless someone walks up.
What
and,
if
like, coughs.
someone coughed and the wind traveled inside?
Look, like if Michael got corona from that would just be a funny story. Like, cause like that'd be like the weirdest way to ever
that'd
get
be
corona
fucking
possible.
Crazy. He can survive on stuff for a long time. That's the weirdest thing about it. Incubation,
Even
no
like,
symptoms.
yeah, even how it travels. Like if you're just like 15 minutes like next to someone who has it, you can just have it.
That's fucked.
Wash your hands. Be careful.
Look, stay safe out there, guys.
Stay safe.
In these trying times, as a North American, stay safe.
Do you guys think it'll last long?
I don't know. I think it depends on how serious people take it.
I feel like it's just getting started, dude.
Yeah, dude, I kind of feel that way too. I remember talking to you. You'd be like, dude, it's fine, man. Because this is the first year I was like, Fed, I'm doing it, dude. I'm going to EDC. And Fed was like, oh, bro, dude, I can't wait. I will show you why it's the greatest fucking festival. I've been asking you to go for 5 years straight. And then it's like, so it hasn't been announced that it's getting canceled.
Well, no, they're still moving forward with it.
Are
As
they
of right now, yes.
Yeah, but it might
subjected to
change.
change.
I expect it to change.
I expect it to change too.
Oh, well, it's in May, guys. That's a long time from now.
I think VidCon's gonna get killed as well.
What's
When's it come?
July
July, yeah.
So TwitchCon is in
or
August,
June.
right?
June. My bad.
One of those
Wait,
J
wait,
months.
wait.
VidCon's June. AX is July. TwitchCon is usually
July.
August, September.
Is AX canceled?
I have no idea.
No, E3 is canceled.
Oh yeah,
E3
E3 for
is
sure.
June.
So it'll be good by TwitchCon, right?
Do you
Which is
think?
like August?
There's like
How long did the Spanish flu last? I don't know.
I feel like we comparing to like old flus like that, like shouldn't make sense because we are so much more technologically advanced now. But for some reason, like
I
feel like we're stupider.
Well, I think it's like I was thinking about it, and I saw the mortality rate, and I was like, this is like not that bad a disease. But like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, this is like for this time in history, this is like the perfect disease to fuck people up because it's not bad enough for everyone to like stop talking to each other, like. Because if it were like influenza, like the Spanish flu or something, no one would fucking go out. Like people would be actually, scared of it. But with something like this, like people are like, I don't like super give a shit all the time, and so it can spread to fucking everyone.
Have you seen
and kill a
those?
shit ton
Have
of
you seen
people.
those videos from people, like kids in Florida, who are like, "Dude, it's just I've been playing
Yes,
spring break
those
for like weeks."
people in Canada too.
Yeah,
They're like, fuck those
so
guys.
like I'm just on the beach, and if I get it, I get it, bro. And I'm like,
Fuck you.
I guess,
But
yeah,
it's not about you. It's about the people you spread it to. But
yeah. So, what do you guys think about the fact that it's called the Boomer Killer?
it's kind of fucked.
It's kind of fitting.
That's-
It makes sense.
It's not only that though. It's like people with compromised immune systems too. They could
yeah.
be very young.
I mean, Italy's mortality rate that for like the 1,000 deaths were 0 people under the age of 30 died.
That's amazing.
1 person between the age of like 30 and like 35 died. Like 1 or 2.
They're probably like immunocompromised.
Yeah. And then like everything else was just above the. So like
You see that thing where like they tested a whole town in Italy and like no one knew they had it, but like most of them had it. It was like asymptomatic. A bunch of them were asymptomatic carriers. Like
Alright, yeah,
that,
don't
I think
fall
that's the
outside, man.
wildest part is
That's
like you
pretty
don't show
crazy.
symptoms and you can
We
have
could
it.
have it and we don't
wait,
know it.
have we been public that we're quarantining offline TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So we can't cook. Some of us. He can cook. What he does every morning
Wait, we
is
like
like
spam and rice.
okay, spam
Yeah,
and rice.
I mean
Sure.
recipe. Yeah.
And but generally speaking, so we've quarantined ourselves except for Postmates or order
Yes.
delivery apps. So what we do is Yvonne has this box of like gloves that we used to wear the gloves, like pick up the food, take it, come back in, take off the gloves, throw them away, wash our hands, and then eat the food.
Dude, I just don't grab the bag from where they're touching it. I bring it in the house. I rip the bag off and throw it in the trash and then wash my hands very thoroughly.
This is literally a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. So what would you do if this was like a fucking horror movie?
like the economy collapses.
Yeah.
We're all just the government loses.
I have faith in humanity. I think we'll always find a way.
Do you think offline would survive this?
I think we're best positioned to survive this.
Really?
Yes, we
Do you know how
have.
many weapons we have?
Not only that, it's like we have a lot of disposable income. So if the price of toilet paper does go, let's say, to $50 a roll.
We have a bidet.
Dude,
Okay,
yes.
let's just say.
Ass warmer.
Let's just say the bidet. Oh, we can buy bidets. The price of bidets go to $500. We can buy a bidet.
Wait,
at
mine was,
Stock market for
$500.
Wait, what?
Mine was $500.
Okay, $5 or $1,000, $2,000. We could do that, and it'd be okay. But for other people, if the price of toilet paper goes up by like 200%, that's a fucking big expense,
It sure is. Yeah.
So we are in prime position to wait out the apocalypse. The
I
corona.
feel like if there was an apocalypse still, people would want to hoard supplies to themselves. Like no
an
amount of money is
apocalypse.
going to be able to buy.
Oh,
let's
do you
say,
mean like
No.
the last toilet
yeah? If the
paper.
economy collapses, then money is
Well, it's
worthless.
worthless.
I don't think it'll ever get to that point.
Oh, me neither.
I know
As a
we're talking about
hypothetical.
like apocalyptic scenario.
Yeah, but like maybe right before that, someone would sell their toilet paper at like X amount of price. It's fucking capitalism. You're gonna be like, okay, well, if you're not gonna sell that $1 a roll, what about $2 a roll, $3? At some point, there's a number there that I would sell my toilet paper in my room. It's gotta go. If someone offers me $500, I'd be like, it's your roll now. Here you go.
One roll.
Yeah, this is your roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do get like a washable cloth, maybe.
And just share it. Just share it around. What the fuck?
Oh my
Sit down.
I
god.
don't know.
This reminds me of like the cat fucking TikTok I showed you where It's like, you
Oh,
know,
that's just
I want to make one
funny.
with my dog.
red toilet
Tammy's-
paper. Like,
Tammy's
Tammy. The fur is soft.
I got
you
an
just coughed.
extra bag of dog food just in case. What?
You just
What?
coughed.
Oh.
My phlegm was green this morning.
What?
My phlegm.
It's like
If he has it, we already have it, man.
yeah, no, there's
We
no
all
point.
I've sat
There's
next to
no
him for like-
point.
We ride together, we die together.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Normally we do boring outros and talk about watching the podcast on Spotify as well as YouTube. But today, because of the coronavirus, we'd like to leave you with some parting words. Lily would like to leave you with some parting words.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you like.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye.